dude. This makes no sense. I mean, I'm standing here with a fucking rubber dick hanging off the front of me, and like I go and do some weird lip thing.
Now fucking listening to the Two Clouded Mind Show with Chris.
Took one step inside the house and I shit my pants.
And Ryan.
Dude, of course I bought boxers off Facebook.
With special guest appearances, unique games, and contests. Give us a goddamn call. 669-241-2420. Or stalk us like your girlfriends do. On Facebook and Instagram at the Two Clouded Mind Show. Let's get fucking clouded. It's the Two Clouded Mind Show.
Yep.
Hi.
Hey, Chris. Do you see that?
Season 2. Happy New Year, y'all.
Yeah, guys. Welcome back to the show. This season, we have a lot in store for you guys. Starting with special guest, Jason Ellis.
Yeah, Jason Ellis. Number 3 vert skater in the world. MMA fighter,
Race car driver, radio host, best known for his show, The Jason Ellis Show on Sirius XM, which aired from 2005 to 2020. You can find him on Patreon, and his shows are The Jason Ellis Show and
Awesome World. He also wrote a few books. He's a pretty cool dude, if I do say so myself. I've been following his career for quite some time. Started following him early 2000s when he was a skateboarder exclusively.
Yeah, I started listening to the Jason Ellis Show around 2012, and since then I've been like a lifelong listener. And to be honest, he's quite an idol for Chris and I, and we're super stoked to have him on our show. We had him Zoom conference in with us about a week ago, and I was waking up that morning and I got a 911 text message from Chris. I'm like, dude, you have to be available at like 6 o'clock. And I'm like, man, I'm working. Why? What's going on? Is everything all right? Jason Ellis wants to be on our show. He said yes.
Yeah.
So
it's like some things are more important than other things, like a shitty cover band.
So we hosted that show at my place of work. That day, and I had to cut it short a little bit, and I hate the fact that we had to, but
so spoiler alert, this is a pre-recorded show, this episode, and we're not in a studio. We look like we're in a basement. It's really weird, but the interview went good, and I'm gonna shut the fuck up, and I want you guys to watch it. So without further ado, Jason Ellis.
Very well. Thank you so much for coming on our small little podcast, dude. We really appreciate it.
It's the least I can do. I'm thinking if I do everybody's show that asked me to do their show, that when I ask Dax Shepard, can I be on your show, Dax will be like, man, obviously you can be on Jason because that's the kind of guy I am, just like
podcast
you.
karma right there for you.
Yeah.
That would be
Joe
really
Rogan
cool.
just starts reaching out. Come on, brother. Talk to me about your podcast.
Oh,
I'd be like, right, makes sense, right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
Chris has been talking about, like, I guess, trying to get you on the show for a while, and he's like fanboying hard right now.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm a little nervous. I'm like super stoked.
I get a
Well, one of you wears wolf knives almost every day. Is that you?
Yes, sir.
That's Chris.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I fucking owe you. You're a rare breed, my friend.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Chris kind of got me back into it. I used to listen like 2012 with my father, and I have like a super religious mom. In the passenger seat, she's like, what? You guys are just gonna listen to this the whole time? 15 minutes in, she's cracking up. So like, you got her on your team. It was good. So I've listened for a while, and Chris got me on the Wolf Knives team this year, and I'm a proud member.
Fuck yeah, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, so we're not in our studio right now. Like, Ryan is is a sound tech, so he's doing a gig. We're in kind of.
I'm double dipping right now. So I have a band that goes on at 6:30 our time.
What kind of music?
Honestly, it's probably not that good right now. It's a cover band, but it kind of seems bluegrassy. So I could fuck with it a little bit. It's a little different than but you're
doing
normal.
a concert to people?
So it's a ticketed event at a bar, and they have tables because indoor dining you're allowed until 10 o'clock in New Jersey.
Oh, you're in New Jersey. I was going to say, what's going on here? Okay.
Yeah, New Jersey you're allowed indoors until 10 p.m. and outdoors until 2 in certain locations. So they're selling tickets inside this bar until 10 o'clock for you to see like a cover band in the area. All the tables are more than 6 feet apart. There's plexiglass dividers in between all the tables.
Yeah, it's weird, dude.
Yeah.
Like some weird post-apocalyptic world.
I mean, that is weird, but at least you're still out there doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's weirder is just live in your house for like a really long time and don't talk to anybody else. That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are back on a lockdown again, right?
Yeah, I
Somewhat.
mean, I still go outside. I live near the water, so it's really not that big of a deal for me. And I live in it's kind of like, there's a couple of towns in California that are just like more Republican. Like it's just white people, above average white people that don't wear masks as much. Like I can tell it's sort of like a little bit of a Trump area that I'm in. Not 100%,
totally
but it kind of it's weird. It's like just down, like you go up fucking like 5 miles and hit Venice and they're not there, but they're down here.
There's a couple areas near us that like a lot of people just blatantly refuse by the masses. Like they're not going to wear their masks, and like I'm just trying to like go grocery shopping, and I don't need you all up in my face. Like that's the way
Dude,
I feel about it.
I'm like each to their own, but like Kevin Kraft on my show, he only comes here and he makes us get COVID tests once a week.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk to anybody, dude, and he's going insane. Like he's killing himself.
That's no good.
It gets in people's heads. Like, I mean, is it a serious thing? Is it not? Like, who's to say at this point? But so many people.
Well, there's all kinds of there's shit everywhere about it. It says all kinds of stuff, so everybody can say, "Look at this fucking research." Well, look at this research. It's just.
And they do.
I don't know, man. Like common sense and courtesy is what I'm like.
Just respect everybody.
Don't spit on them. Let them live.
Don't spit on them. That's awesome.
So normally, like I said, we're not in our regular studio, but normally we would definitely be joining you for a smoke right now. But unfortunately, we can't.
Shit, I might need to smoke before this.
I thought I was off camera enough to pull that up, but whatever.
Nah, dude, it's all good.
It's a Two Clouded Mind show. We just smoke weed and laugh.
Okay, good.
Yeah, in fact, on Sunday we're doing a live stream, and the centerpiece of the live stream is a 1 ounce blunt that we're gonna smoke during the show.
Just the two of us. We have 4 musical acts that are going to perform live in our studio.
Wow.
We are donating to Feeding America. We're trying to raise at least some money to go towards like a cause. And we're just a bunch of stoners with head tattoos, so we do stuff other than have head tattoos. You know?
We're trying to prove to the world we're not just a bunch of dipshits. Like we do have like kind hearts, and we're trying to do like our part to,
California is like pretty heavily tattooed, no? Or no?
Yep. Yes. My wife says
it's hard to say. Yeah. Well, there's
some areas it's not, but yeah, like LA's extreme. So there's obviously a group of people that have way too many.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I want to be one of those guys one day.
Don't give up.
Yeah.
Slowly working on the suits.
But no, honestly, we're going to support the hell out of you. We love all the merchandise you've been selling. I actually just bought your book. I haven't read your book, the second one. I'm really excited about that, honestly, because I don't read books. So I'm like, I'm like, fuck.
How long
is it going to take for me to read this book? And I think I'm going to breeze through it because Chris has read it.
I keep telling him he's in for a treat. I don't read either, but that, like, seriously, like, not to be like dick riding, but I picked up the book and I couldn't put it down. Like I laughed, I cried. There was horny parts to it, dude. It was fucking all around a good book, dude.
Well, that's awesome because I feel like not everybody thinks that. I feel like it seems like the kind of book that makes a lot of people uncomfortable, and not in a way where they want to go out and buy it.
Honestly, I like feeling uncomfortable. Like, I guess there's a certain.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's kind of like that movie that I haven't watched it, but I just saw it last night on Vudu or whatever. Like a new movie that came out that's about COVID getting worse, and it turns into COVID-23, and it like goes into your brain and turns you into a mad zombie or some shit. Who made it, baby? Who is it? It's Songbird. It's called, but it's like a proper big ass movie. And I'm like, God, who the fuck would want to watch worst case scenario about this pandemic that we're living in? Tons of people.
I'm not gonna lie, Jason. I might have to go check that out. Even if I watch 5 minutes of it, I might have to check it out. But speaking of movies, so I just put Ryan through this. We sat through The Woodsman, and
you say sat through it like it was.
No. I didn't mean to say it like that. I mean, it was for the first time we watched The Woodsman, and we wanted to watch it together, dude. It was so fucking funny, man.
Chris is like a big fan, and I think he was nervous to how I was going to react because he loves it so much. And
I get that.
We just smoked and giggled like
I was like, dude, just sit down on the couch, don't say a fucking word, and watch this movie. He's like, what the fuck is this?
It was funny. It was gold. Yeah.
But dude, like seriously, like big inspiration, like even like that, an inspiration. We did a Halloween show, and it was like not the same thing, but it was like, murder mystery type deal, cheesy acting. We're not actors, you know what I mean? Just
it was totally low budget for sure. But it was
fun, though, right?
Fun. It was great.
So much fun.
That's what I'm saying. I felt like that movie was. I mean, the only thing that always pissed me off about the band and the movie and any of that stuff is when people got too hopped up on their own shit and were like arguing like they were seriously in a movie or seriously in a band. And I was like, you idiots! Like this, the whole point is like, it's a joke. Like to get angry means
have fun with it. If it stops being fun, then what's the point, in my opinion?
Right. But there were a lot of times where we laughed so hard at certain shit that wasn't even in the movie that just, there were days where it was the funniest thing I'd ever been involved in. And then there were days where, somebody was getting yelled at and I was like, oh my God, this is, I'm standing here with a fucking rubber dick hanging off the front of me and people are really angry. And I'm like, this is insane, dude. This makes no sense.
That's funny.
I remember when I was The Woods, when I had to do this, I was in the tent and I figured somebody had eaten some of my bloomin' onion and I had to go in the tent and look at the bloomin' onion and then look back at the camera. And when I looked back at the camera, I was doing like a weird, like I go and do some weird lip thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I was doing. I just know that I was trying to do a new face thing every time. And the camera guy and I had been smoking hash all day. I bought this fucking stupid glass hash pipe where you put hash in the thing and then you heat up the glass thing and you stab the hot glass thing into this thing. It's like some fucking obscure.
Like a dab.
It was but it didn't really work. It was messy as fuck, and I had this hash. So I didn't really know what I was doing, but I refused to give it up. I was just using it for like a month. I was like, no, I'm smoking hash all the time.
Love it. Dedication.
And I gave it to this dude. And this dude, every time I turned around to the camera, he just started fucking laughing. And we'd have to cut and redo it. And it's not a real movie. It was funny. It was fun to do that. And some people in that scene started getting angry because he wouldn't stop laughing at my funny faces. And I was like, man, we don't have a fucking deadline. Like, calm down. Like, just can't I just pull some fucking funny faces and smoke some hash?
In the beginning of this podcast with Chris and I would always just try to just do our best, and I was really self-conscious about the whole thing. And then one day I just I forgot to hit stop on record, and that's when we got our best footage, I feel like. So now I just feel just let it roll. Worst case, not even worst case, best case scenario, we get bloopers because we want to have fun and laugh and get the behind the scenes. But I feel like having that released from you, that pressure to put something down on recording while you're live and not just riff off the top of your head, I feel like that gives us the creativity to to keep going and not have dead space, because we just started this, and it's kind of, we lacked in speaking to people, and listening to your show, your segments are all effortless, like flawless, and you've been doing it for,
Yeah, you're a genius, dude.
even when it's not.
Seriously.
I want to hear you
Fucking
laugh
great
in the
stuff.
background and just be like, "Oh, what the fuck? Who put their balls in my coffee?" As like a segue.
Oh my God, that's so great.
Look, I feel like when it comes to riffing and all that stuff, if that's a thing that you're good at, then yeah, you should do that. But some radio people or podcast people, they're better when they're all prepared and stuff. You know, they like to like have it all completely mapped out, and that's still somebody that can do great shows. So there's more than one way to do it, you know?
Yeah, we definitely don't like fully plot out every episode. I try to have kind of a base idea of where we want to go with it. Kind of have like jot down a couple notes here and there. But for the most part, I mean, we are kind of just riffing, kind of going off the cuff.
Kind of learning what works best for us, because we're so new, we don't even know, honestly.
Yeah, it sounds like my surfing life.
Were you able to surf today? I saw that you had it on the golf cart.
It was so bad. I was so angry.
That your surf beanie we saw? Was that surf beanie?
Fucking dude, that thing makes you look like a fucking idiot, but it doesn't. I don't care. Like, I'm gonna use it again, because when you're out there and there's no waves and you're just in the fucking cold wind, in the cold water, I got no fucking hair. Like the wind goes in your ears. It is better to have that on. It's weird. Like it's colder for you, but to me, I think it's like 58 or something in the morning, and it's just like it's not. Like, yeah, let's get in the ocean in 58. I'm like,
no.
Fuck, I want to go back in the house. And I feel like maybe it's because I'm getting older or some shit. So it's a mind fuck, because I'm like, go out there, dude. Like, do not fucking give up on this. But when I went out there, it was cold. It was shitty. When I got out there was fuck all waves. And then I couldn't catch any of the waves. And then after like the third one went under me. And while I was paddling and my arms didn't like paddle me anymore because I was too tired, I was like, fuck. And I wanted to flip out and like throw my surfboard, but I can't because I'm in the fucking ocean.
You know what? But you got out there. That's half the battle, honestly.
Then
It's not going to be gold.
I walked back to my golf cart, fucking all bitter, cussing at myself.
Saltier than the ocean.
Fucking so salty, dude. I came back after my wife, fucking snapping in the shower, trying to get my wetsuit off. Fucking hate surfing.
Oh, man.
You hate it now, but you're going to love it one day.
I'll go surfing in the morning with a surf friend to a spot where there's long waves, and I'm going to have a guy that's going to be like, see, if you're here, you'll see this, because I got no fucking friends, man. So I'm in the water just fucking floating around like a fucking drowning turtle. In a minute, you can't, I don't know. I just need someone to tell me where to be, and then I can get up. That's all I want. Just gonna catch a couple waves. I've had a bad run. Last 2 times I went, I didn't get a wave, not one.
Oh man, it's out there. It'll come to you, honestly. I haven't surfed. I was more of like a longboarder or a skateboarder, and a lot of my friends are really big into surfing, and just watching them surf looks kind of relaxing and kind of putting you in your own headspace, which I like.
That's what I'm saying, man, because I feel like in skateboarding, you know, to me, skateboarding, I had to do it in a way where I was almost going to kill myself at all times. But now that I'm older, you know, I would like to skateboard and just kind of cruise around and not feel like I'm, you know, an inch from death. And that's all I want from surfing. But I don't have that base that I have in skateboarding. Like when I'm, and it's really mainly, and I hear all surfers say this, it's just knowing the ocean. Like when it's standing up, I'm fine there. It's just when to go, when not to go, where to be, what to read when the wave starts to come in. Because I can tell dudes start paddling certain ways, and I'm like, what? Why?
Yeah, why? And this is a pretty new area for you too. Like you just moved there, right?
Yeah, and that's the other thing. If I could fucking figure it out, I could fucking wake up and like go fucking surf all the time. It's like a weird, you know, it just sounds like a weird vacation. You know, you made it. You know, it just sounds so awesome to me to be able to do that, and it's not. I guess it'll be even better when it happens, because it's not coming easy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Never does though. I mean, you got to put
best-
in the work, right?
Best things are worth waiting for.
Yeah.
In my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, you're right, assholes.
I mean, it was you that actually messaged me that said, "Be obsessed with the journey until you own." You told me that. So
Yeah.
that stuck with me. That'll be with me forever. So you should follow your own words, sir.
Yeah. No, that's my unfortunate. I know what the road is. That's the worst part about it. It's because I'm like, man, I'm fucking getting old. Like another 10-year road. Fuck. Here we go. You know.
You also told Chris. I think his wife had you cameo for his wedding.
Yeah, dude, you can't. She cameo. She got you to cameo me for my wedding, and dude, I cried my eyes out when it was you laying on your bed with Katie, and
No pants, naked.
yeah, you showed me your ass. It was really awesome. It was really awesome.
Meanwhile, I'm just sitting behind the cameraman that he had. Like, they happen to be our friends in the business, and they were doing his video. I had no idea what you were going to say, and I just know that Chris is going to get emotional. So as a friend, I want to make him laugh. I want to make him, like, not cry all the time, you know? Like, what am I going to do to help him out? Well, my nuts are out. I drop draws, bro.
Yeah, he's standing there full bag.
And
What?
Just full bag. Just to, if he would have looked up, he would have lost it and, like, not cried or, like, broke that emotional grasp to that video that you had. I didn't know what you were going to say. And your advice was just never wear pants.
Yeah, you told me to never wear pants.
And it was
Right.
perfect. I didn't know you were going to say that, though, so it just kind of linked up.
Me neither, but that is good advice.
That is great advice.
Never wear pants, and
Yeah.
it's worked out.
Especially in the pandemic. Who needs them, man?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, what are pants?
I've been Donald Ducking it for like 9 months.
I know. When I put like jeans on, like every now and then I've had to go to do something serious, and I'm like, okay, jeans, and they do feel weird. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
I used to think that was just, you know, another day, but now I feel like I am being constricted by my pants.
It's like those guys that wear suits every day. I don't wear a suit
Yeah.
every day. For me to wear a suit, it feels weird, like
How do you
different,
do
you know?
that? Like wearing a tie.
I bet you dudes that wear suits every day love sweatpants,
Yes.
I love sweatpants, and I don't wear a suit. I think everybody loves sweatpants.
Oh yeah.
right?
That's why you got to get those joggers on your website, because those
Yeah,
things I hear are
super comfortable. I got a
The
size.
joggers
20,
are?
but
Oh,
they're
the new
still
ones. Yeah,
the
comfortable.
new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they float on me. I think I got a 2X because I'm super tall, and I'm like, I'll just get them. They'll be fine. Nah, they're too big, but they're
So
still
they're big.
comfy.
They run big.
They run a little. I guess they run normal. I'm just a retard and didn't order the right size.
At least you figured the problem out.
It's him. Oh man.
But like, that's what I wanted to ask you. Like the whole wolf knife thing. How did you come about that? Like as a brand and.
I mean, it's an
designs and
accident.
everything?
I wasn't trying to do that, you know. I've always been a skateboarder at heart. So to me, having pro models, having graphics, having ads, photo shoots, all those things are something that they're forever a part of your life. Like I'm always trying to do that because I just know that that's fun to do. It's like an art form. It's a way of expression that I've been used to my whole life. So now I just do the same thing with radio. And the wolf knife thing was just a joke because it was very apparent. It was right when I had kids. It was very apparent that I was not a part of anybody's gang anymore. Nobody wanted to hang out with me. I think I was sober. I definitely wasn't doing blow anymore. So I lost those friends. I got kids. I moved to Los Angeles and stopped being a pro skateboarder. It was, you know, it was like everybody on the radio was my friend, but I didn't fucking have any. Like, I know I make jokes about it, but it was seriously, you know, there was a few people that I'd see every now and then, and most of it would just be my wife telling me to do shit all the time. And then, you know, I wasn't allowed a motorcycle. I was only allowed a scooter. So then it just became like a comedy. It was like, you know, I mean, I'm a wolf knife because I'm a badass motherfucker on a scooter with no friends. It's like my wolf pack is the wolf knife. I think it might have been originally the wolf knife, but yeah. And then it was a joke. And then Joel Madden, because he's Benji's friend, Benji, like Joel just overheard me talking about the wolf knives and was like, I want to be in your fucking gang. And then Blasgo's like, I want to be in your gang. And somebody called in and said, I want to be in your gang. And then it was like, everybody wants to be in your fucking gang. And then I got a wolf knife tattoo. So then I already had the graphics for a t-shirt because it was my tattoo.
Yeah.
And then my manager at the time did that weird wolf knife package idea where I wanted to like interview people and tell them that they can't be a wolf knife because they rollerbladed when they were younger or something.
Yes.
But he told me that that was not a good business move to like tell people they can't be wolf knives.
So you
And I
wrote
was
a
like,
song
yeah,
about
what-
it in Taint Stick. Hey, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking
So-
awesome, dude.
It was all a bit of an accident, but
A happy accident at that, I'd say.
I just really like that I really like that logo. I think it's one of the better ones I've ever seen. I'll wear it for the rest of my life. I like it.
I agree. 100%. Definitely a cool. I put the wolf head, my whole back. I did that last summer.
That's his back piece, is the wolf head.
Yeah. Yeah, my entire back.
Wait, have I seen that?
Yeah, it's on your Instagram. I
That's right.
submitted it for a Wolf Knife Wednesday.
Yeah. Did you win?
Yes, sir.
I was gonna say, holy shit.
I did. Thank you. I think there was 2 occasions where I won Wolf Knife Wednesday.
That makes sense. I mean, holy shit. You should just win every time when it happens.
It'll get.
I gotta
it'll
do
all
that
get
again,
listened.
man. Fuck. I gotta do that for the next real podcast when we
So
We don't
what
have
is
to
it?
film.
You have the Jason Ellis Show podcast, which is once a week, and the Jason Ellis Show Patreon, which is 4 times,
twice a week.
twice a week.
And then there's Awesome World podcast once a week and Awesome World Patreon twice a week. So 6 shows.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right now I have the Awesome World Patreon. Just finished getting all caught up this afternoon with I think you did an episode yesterday, correct? Wednesday?
Did I do a Awesome World on Wednesday?
Yeah. Where you released it on Wednesday?
Oh,
With
yep.
Episode
Yeah.
6. Yeah.
Yeah, I did it Tuesday night. Yeah.
Definitely good stuff. Really good stuff.
Thanks,
Much
man.
like setting up the studio, and
Yeah, your studio is sick.
it's awesome, dude.
Your studio
Right.
is so sick.
I'm a big
know.
tech guy, so like just looking at how you have it set up is fun to me. And then
Luis J. Gomez sent me a screen cap of the studio now with me sitting in it, and then the Sirius XM studio when I used to do a show in my studio, and said, "Look how much better your studio is now."
Fuck yeah.
yeah,
He's
it
not
probably feels
lying.
amazing. He's not lying.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
And it had to feel good to be able to design it to your specs, not to what somebody else says. Okay, well this is what you have to deal with.
To be honest, I really was. That was still in the middle of just like shock. I was just trying to get everything up and going, and I was just hanging on right there. I think I would have been happy with anything, but it just started to get better and better as the days went on, and I still haven't really appreciated it. Like when Lewis sent me that photo, I started to realize that, yeah, things might be better, but right now it's just the hustle, man, to get back where I was, because, people don't realize that, I was up real far. There's a lot of money being made, I got a lot of responsibilities assigned to a lot of things, and I got bills to pay that are not fucking little
A
ones.
golf cart.
Yeah, man. I stupid dude. If you got a golf cart, if you got a new one that's got rims and tires on it, that means you made stupid money, or you're a complete fucking idiot, which I might be both. But I made a lot of money to match that in a podcast in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. There's going to be, so I just don't have time to appreciate anything, really. It's funny. Like,
You're just in that hustle mindset the whole time.
yeah, it's just all go all the time, Like I can't. I think that's why I got angry surfing this morning, because I can't.
Maybe you just take like some,
I can't
not
let
even
go.
time, but like a couple minutes, like in the morning, just like appreciate everything you are doing, because you're doing it, like you really are.
For sure.
And having that consume you, like I feel like either way, no matter what's going to happen, you're going to look back on it and be like, you know what, at least I tried. Some people just let it get to their head and they don't try, and they'll never know what they could or could not do. If nobody signs up for Awesome World or Jason Ellis Show, at least you could be like, well, I did what I could, and you wouldn't have it behind you saying like, well, what if I did this? Like, would people listen? Like, what if people listen? And I think that I have high hopes. I think that everybody's going to listen. And
So do I.
if any, like, honestly, I think that people would want to listen more now that it's really you.
Yeah.
Once it's all up and out and accessible and easy for people to understand, then yes. And that's going to take some time, but I'm ready for that. I'm ready for, my only thing is just, I put in a lot of years at SiriusXM, and I just want to make sure that we're cool when this is all said and done. Like, give me my archives back because I know they're never going to use them. Just little things we haven't ironed out yet. So,
No bad blood, really. Everybody.
You know what? I'm not sure yet.
You're not. You're right.
It's kind of leaning a little bit like there is, and I'm just asking them right now to make sure. Are we good? Because if we're not, like, I'm not fucking around. Like, if you personally try to fuck me after all the years I've given you and all the shit I took from you guys,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking rip the shit out of everybody if that's true. But I really am trying to believe that it's a corporate thing and it takes a long time, and sometimes things slip through the cracks and nobody realized that, that was kind of a fucked up thing to do, and the way you're doing it is not really
respectively, like, don't let them forget.
Right. That's right. Because I would have no problem if you give me my archives. I have no problem telling everybody, look, man, we're not there anymore, but no harm, no foul. We're moving on, doing our thing, and more power to SiriusXM. Because I want it to be that. I want it to be amicable. I don't want to be that guy. I don't have time for that shit in my life. But I'm not the fucking bitch either. Like, you're not going to fucking tread on me on the way out and think that I'm going to be like, oh, it's okay. Like, no, I will fucking go off if that happens. But I don't think I'll have to worry about it.
No, I don't think so. A lot of people are already upset for you. So, like, you don't even have to do anything for it to make a mark for them, at least. Not that that's the goal,
No, I know, but it wasn't my goal either. I just wish that it could be, if it really is what it is, which they said, look, we don't have the budget. Things aren't as good as they were. We don't want to insult you with a little amount, so we're letting you go. No harm, no foul. We appreciate all the years of your work. And that
your archive
has been said to me by the boss. He has said that to me verbally. He called me and said that. But there, there's saying it and then there's doing it, and doing it will be, either some kind of financial compensation or giving me my material, because I know it's going to disappear forever. They're never going to use it. So why not give it to us? Because it's more, give it to me. I'm giving it to you. Like, I just want it out.
Yeah.
So that will be my own. That is my only potential scare. I don't want to be in this. I really want to be like, of course, Chase. It took us a little bit, but yeah, you can have that. I'll be like, oh, fucking, thank God, man. Like, what a fucking drama. I'm glad that's over. That's what I really hope. But that does irk me a little bit, that it's even a potential that it's not going to go that way. I'm like, you fucking did a big thing about, like, thanks Jenny McCarthy for all your years of work. What the fuck did I do?
Yeah, exactly.
What was I doing? It's like, it's almost personal.
Okay, I mean,
it you know what? I can understand why. If it is kind of personal. It's your. What are they gonna do? It's your stuff. It's a part of you.
If it's no harm, no foul, why not just say thanks for all the years?
Exactly.
Yeah. Understandable.
Wow.
Well,
But
Jason, I have to get going in a couple of minutes. I really appreciate you being on the show.
Yeah, Jason, thank you so very much. For everybody watching and listening, you can find him on Instagram at Wolfmate. Where else can we find you? Patreon, the Jason Ellis Show.
Yeah, Ellis made on
Awesome.
Patreon, and I think official Jason Ellis is the website that'll be up by the weekend, and it'll have everything on it.
Awesome, dude. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
very much, Jason. We appreciate it.
All
from
right,
the
guys.
bottom of our hearts.
Have a good one.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
There you have it, folks. That was our interview with Jason Ellis. We really hope you appreciate it.
Sorry, I kind of had to cut it short there. I was working.
He totally would have kept going. I felt that
If it
his
wasn't-
energy at the time.
If it wasn't too loud to do while I was working, I would have 100% kept that going. And, dipped in every once in a while when I could. But it was just going to be, it's live music in a venue, and it's loud.
And I wasn't going to not take the interview. He said he was available that day. There was no way we weren't going to do it. So I couldn't do it without Ryan. course. So
it's a team effort. But anyway, if you like this episode, check out our previous season 1. You could find that on YouTube.
I did it right, bitch. It's over there. Check
Season
that
2,
out.
we got this down.
We're gonna put some cards down there. We're gonna do some shit down there. Well, Ryan is, because I don't do that stuff. I watch. No, I'm only kidding. I'm an editor extraordinaire.
And with that said, I'm gonna make those buttons appear.
Gotta learn the fucking buttons.
Some non-name brand antacids.